Today, I do want to start with motivation word, nor a single word that describes something of what I'm feeling. I don't want to talk about tactics today. I don't want to begin with what Chelsea transfer update is. Instead, I want to tell you a story. Picture this. Two little boys, they have never met. They live in different parts of England. One is a quiet kid, really quiet. He doesn't need to be the loudest in the room because the football speaks for him. Every spare minute, he's outside with his dad, kicking the ball around, while the other kids are showing off tricks. He's just trying to get better. The other kid couldn't be more different. He's strong, he's fast, he's fearless. If he sees a defender, he's running straight at him. Football isn't something just he enjoys, it's everything. Neither of them knows what's in store for them, and all they know is that they have a dream to become professional footballers. As they get older, something incredible happens to their life. The football world begins to notice them. One of the biggest clubs in the world decides they want these boys. Suddenly they are wearing the sky blue shirt, training together every day, sharing the same academy, chasing the same dream. Now imagine what the academy is like. More than 200 of the best young footballers. Every single one believes they'll become the next big star. But only a handful make it. Every training session matters, every match matters. One mistake could cost them their dream. Yet these two boys kept pushing. One is unbelievably calm, the other is unbelievably fearless. Different personalities, different styles, but the same ambition. Now here's where the stories begin to separate. One starts training with the best manager in the world, the other is sent out on a loan. One starts collecting medals, the other is collecting life lessons. If you're watching from the outside, you would probably think one made it and the other is left behind. But football is always surprising people, because today those two boys represent England. The quiet kid is Cole Palmer and the other fearless attacker is Morgan Rogers. Now let's rewind a little. Cole Palmer was born in Wethenshaw in Manchester. Football was in his blood. His dad, Jermaine, was the first person to coach him. They spent hours in park together, practicing perfection. From a young age, everyone noticed the same thing. Cole Palmer never looked rushed. Even as a little boy, he always looked like he had more time on the ball than anyone else. He joined Manchester City Academy when he was 8 years old. By the time he reached his mid-teens, coaches knew they had someone special. Not because he was the biggest, not because he was the loudest, not because he was the fastest, but because he thought differently. He saw passes before anyone else could see. He stayed calm and never panicked. The calmness is exactly what we see today in Chelsea shirt. Unlike Palmer, Morgan Rogers had a different beginning. He grew up in Helsovin in West Midlands, England. He started at West Bromwich Albion's academy. From day one, he was pretty different. Strong, powerful, direct. He loved taking defenders on. Manchester spotted this talent early on and signed him as one of England's brightest prospects. That's when the journey crossed with Cole Palmer's. Imagine those academy sessions. Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers, James McAtee, Romeo Lavia, Liam Delap. Some of England's biggest talents are all training together. Every day they're trying to impress one of the best coaches in the world and the coaching staff. Every day they dreamed about walking at Etihad. But football doesn't always go according to plan, does it? Cole Palmer managed to break in the first team. He even won trophies and medals. But there was a problem. He wasn't playing enough. So he made one of the bravest decisions as a young footballer can ever make. He left his boyhood club. He walked away from Manchester City. He chose Chelsea. People questioned him. Some even laughed at the move. Why is Chelsea spending so much on young Cole Palmer? Fast forward today, and who is laughing now? Cole Palmer has become one of the best players in the Premier League, one of Chelsea's biggest stars, and I know for further he would be one of England's most important players. Morgan Rogers didn't have that smooth journey. Instead, he went on loan at Lincoln City, Bournemouth, Blackpool. Every season, he had to prove himself all over again. There have been moments where people doubted him, maybe even moments when he doubted himself. But he kept going. He joined Middlesbrough, started playing regularly there, started believing again. Then Aston Villa came calling. Under Unai Emery, everything clicked. His confidence exploded. His power, his dribbling, his ability to carry the ball. Suddenly everyone realized the kid was special. Now here's the part which honestly gave me goosebumps. After years apart and after taking different roads altogether, football has brought them together again. Chelsea have agreed a British record $117 million deal to sign Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. Just think about that. Two boys who trained together at Manchester City's academy, two friends who chased the same dream, two players whose careers went completely in different directions are about to share the same dressing room again. Imagine Morgan Rogers walking into Cobham. Who's walking there? Cole Palmer? Not just a teammate, an old friend, someone who knows exactly where the journeys started. And that's what makes this transfer bigger than just any other signings. Chelsea aren't just bringing one of England's most exciting attacking players, they are reuniting two football journeys that started years ago. One became a superstar overnight after leaving City, and other had to fight through loan spells, setbacks, and years of hard work. Different roads, same destination. And now, the next chapter begins. Could Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers become one of the Premier League's most exciting partnership? Could the chemistry they build as youngsters be the spark that helped Chelsea challenge for the biggest trophies again? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, football writes its own stories. It's much bigger than Hollywood could ever write or ever dream of. So yes, this is Derek here. This is Blue Nation TV. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, do subscribe. Don't unsubscribe. I have seen a lot of people unsubscribing. It makes me feel sad. Please do not. I am a growing channel. I will love your support to bring in more better content, to bring in more better stories of Chelsea, youth, the current players what we have. So please don't unsubscribe, subscribe to me. So let's get on to Chelsea. Finally, Chelsea have officially unveiled their brand new 2026-2027 away kit. And I have to say, Nike have absolutely smashed this one. It's beautiful. The black and gold design looks amazing, classy and premium. Sometimes football shirts try to do too much. This one doesn't. It's simple, elegant, and it just feels like Chelsea. Hopefully it's a shirt that we remember for right reasons this time. Unlike the previous seasons where we had amazing kit, but nothing really worked out. But I want this kit to be one of the best so that we can win trophies under Xabi Alonso. For me, this one's Nike's best Chelsea kit in years. Let me know how you rate it out of 10. Now, speaking of Chelsea, let's stay at the Stamford Bridge, because while the Morgan Rogers deal has dominated the headlines, there's been plenty happening behind the scenes, with World Cup finally drawing its curtains. A lot of heartbreaks, a lot of WWE, Fightings? Man, Argentina, you've lost the game. Come on, you are previous world champion of the world. You are a World Cup winner. Let go of it. You shouldn't be fighting. It sends the wrong message to youngsters. A lot of people watching you, and if you've lost something, it's time to accept it and move on. So with World Cup coming to an end, now is where we see Chelsea would really go aggressive on the transfer targets they're working on. See, Chelsea doesn't have a lot of restrictions because they're not in Champions League. So it's a season where we might spend heavy, considering we don't have to do it next year. Once we have this team right, we get our targets spot on of what we're looking for. We build a Xabi Alonso's team. We only have to make a few adjustments for next season. There was this story of Maxime Lacroix. Let me read it out to you. Chelsea co-owner Baghdad Iqbali and Palace chairman Steve Parish, who were in New York for the World Cup final, met at Aman Hotel near Central Park on Sunday. Chelsea were understood to be offering around 55 million, but they may go to 60 million with bonuses as the clubs look to finalize. We always expect deals to be around 50, 55 million, 60 million. That's the range what the market is on right now. Our very own Baghdad Iqbali is actually fully involved in this decision, and I've seen most of the times he's one taking the center stage. Why do we actually have sporting directors? Why is Paul Winstanley, Lawrence Stewart bought to the football club? They were actually bought in to identify targets, negotiate transfers, get the deals over line. But now I see the ownership is stepping up, closing on deals. I don't know if that's absolutely normal, but from outside, it does make us wonder how much influence does the sporting directors actually have. I love to know what you guys think, because this could really be an interesting conversation, Chelsea fans. Now, while Chelsea are working hard to bring Morgan Rogers in, another interesting story has emerged. Reports suggest Nicholas Jackson came up during the discussions between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Now, before jumping to any conclusion, it doesn't mean Jackson is definitely leaving. But if Aston Villa are interested and Chelsea see Morgan Rogers as part of their future, then this could be one of the biggest stories. Unai Emery does love Nicholas Jackson. So please let me know if you would let Jackson leave to Aston Villa in order for us to get in Morgan Rogers. It's something like a sweetener deal. Let me know, please. There were also talks that Alejandro Garnacho could also be added to the list of Aston Villa, where player could be sold to Aston Villa. That is Nicholas Jackson and Alejandro Garnacho. I'm not pretty sure on that. Chelsea do have a history with dealing with Aston Villa to manage the books. And this could be one of those deals where they actually try and get it over the line. So let's see how the story unfolds. Let me know if this is the right thing for Chelsea to do. Sell in Alejandro Garnacho, Nicholas Jackson to Aston Villa. Aston Villa does have European football. This could be a good thing for them, unlike Chelsea not having any European, not Champions League. So yes, that's where we are going to wrap up for today. What started as an incredible story of two academy teammates who chased the same dream has now become one of the biggest Chelsea stories of the summer, with Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers set to reunite at Stamford Bridge. On top of that, we've got Maxime Lacroix, Pep Chaveria, so many names being linked here, so many outings to go, and also a stunning new kit ready for the new season. Now it's over to you. What do you make of the Morgan Rogers deal? Would you sell Nicholas Jackson? What are you giving the new kit out of 10? Drop all your thoughts in the comments below, because I love reading them. And like I said, please do not unsubscribe, subscribe. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to Blue Nation TV if you haven't already, and turn the notification bell on so you never miss out on an episode. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, Chelsea fans. As always, Mogaso.